We sometimes see a drop in performance from young players in their second year in the NHL, but the opposite is happening with Macklin Celebrini. He's becoming a superstar in the league, an even better scorer and more dynamic player than before.
Macklin Celebrini scores!
In this video, we're going to break down shifts from one of his best games so far this season, and look at how he's dominating the play, and how his game could become even better over the next few years. Celebrini pressures the puck carrier at the red line and forces a dump in, and then he drops very low in the zone to support the breakout. Because he skates that low, he gets a long runway to pick up speed and a bump pass. Most players here would just dump the puck in and forecheck, but Celebrini baits poke checks, cuts inside, draws in 3 defenders, and finds Smith on the wing before finishing his route at the net. Here, Smith and Celebrini almost run into each other. One of them should have spaced out to give options. But Celebrini is so good at making plays around pressure that it doesn't even matter. He again draws in not 1, not 2, but 3 defenders and finds his teammate in front of the net. And again, after the shot, he goes right back to the net to battle for a rebound. Already in this first sequence, we saw a bit of everything from Celebrini. His checking skills, playmaking, ability to create space and plays for his teammates.
Schwartz will scoop it out of the corner, right to Celebrini. Macklin now on his way through center ice. He'll reverse the pass, then Smith.
What's so interesting about Celebrini's game and his projection is that he's already one of the best defensive players in the NHL by the eye test. But his expected goals against mark doesn't reflect his effectiveness so far. That's likely because of a few factors. The first one is that while he's very good at pressuring opponents and recovering pucks, he still has to work on defending away from the puck, adapting his footwork and cutting passing lanes. The rest of the defensive skills are all there, as you can see in this shift. Again, he's supporting the breakout with a deep positioning. That enables him to be in range to repair this turnover as soon as it happens. He has no good option on the breakout, so he chips the puck out, preventing an interception from the opposition. Seattle attacks back, and Celebrini again supports the breakout by skating deep. He offers a passing option to his goalie, gets the puck out of trouble, carries it out, and again almost manages to make a play in a situation where most couldn't solve the defense. The larger reason why his expected goals against mark is likely not as good as it should be, considering his high level of defensive skills, is that there are a lot of rapid turnovers in his shifts. He's responsible for some of them, but the Sharks as a whole also play at a high pace when he's on the ice. They force passes and pinches, trying to create scoring chances. And that style of play can backfire. Celebrini, with his great skating, is often playing catch-up. He's very good at shutting down plays on the fly, but he can't be everywhere on the ice. And he's not playing with veteran line mates, like a Leo Carlson. His teammates lean more toward the offensive side of the game. Smith is high on the play, and should likely remain there as the F3 to safeguard his team. Maybe the next play is part of his team system, but he decides instead to pressure the puck carrier. He can't get there in time, and his choice creates a 3-on-2 the other way. Celebrini has to skate to catch up to the rush and deny a passing lane and pressure the shot. It wasn't a highly dangerous shot, but it's still an example of how the constant back and forth play, deep pinches, and aggressive offensive mentality can open up some space for the opposition to counterattack. The Sharks are playing high-even hockey when Celebrini is on the ice. They want to generate quick turnovers to rush the puck up with space, but they leave themselves exposed to rushes the other way by being so aggressive. That style of play has worked for them so far, in no small part because Celebrini is a pressure and rush machine. I think we're going to see Celebrini naturally become a more patient and calculated defensive player as he matures, using his positioning to deny space from the opposition and waiting for the puck to come to him a bit more, instead of forcing plays. A bit like we're seeing in this shift. This change in play style is only going to make him an even better two-way player, considering he also has the dynamic offensive and checking skills.
Celebrini off the wing. Macklin for Smith. The one-timer fails to get there. Eklund back for Klingberg. He'll give it back. William Eklund across. Celebrini shoots. They score!
Here's another example of the Sharks' aggressive forecheck. Celebrini forces a middle pass. Then he doubles pressure the puck carrier behind the net, creating a numbers advantage for Seattle up the ice. They pass the puck, Smith pressures the puck carrier hard, which leaves an opponent open on the wing, but the lob pass misses. The Sharks get the puck back, Celebrini passes, spaces out from his teammate, and he immediately spots Smith open for a pass. This was another example of Celebrini's hockey sense. He couldn't force the zone entry with his speed, so he switched his play and tried a give and go instead. And we see one more example of him transforming defense into offense by breaking a play in the neutral zone.
Review. They're well rested. Kurashev to Smith. Smith back to the net, trying to wrap it around.
He's been up to the task.
Here, a Sharks defenseman pinches, but loses the puck rapidly. The play goes the other way and becomes a 2-on-1. The pass doesn't get through, and we see rapid back and forth exchanges again, with Celebrini taking control of the puck. This is another genius play, as he lands a perfect pass, just ahead of his teammate and out of reach of the defense, creating a shot on net. And he follows that play with another impressive between-the-legs pass before finishing his route at the net again.
Trying to swing one to the goal is done. Plays it up to the point, intercepted by Celebrini, and now Smith. Across Orlov. Tried to go net front, blocked by Larson.
Celebrini has all the offensive tools and the mind to go with it. He's already elite at breaking plays and intercepting passes, and extremely dangerous on counterattacks. The only thing his line is missing is more defensive support and a more calculated and patient approach to the game sometimes, instead of going all in for the puck and offensive chances. This run-and-gun style is fine for now. It's super entertaining, but it's highly likely that Celebrini and the Sharks' strategies will naturally evolve as they mature together. We'll see fewer turnovers and forced plays, and more players above the puck at all times. Those changes could only make him an even better all-around hockey player. He could enter the Selke conversation as one of the best two-way players in the league, and maybe even become the best all-around center in the NHL in his prime.
That point. And then the Sharks had a breakdown in the second as this puck came right up the middle. The net, handled by Askarov, picked back up by Schmaltz. He's got 10 goals, Nick Schmaltz, to lead Utah. As it's played ahead, grab. He's got Celebrini on a breakaway.
So that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. You can also check out the news section of Elite Prospects for more prospect analysis.